Menelik II was the Emperor of Ethiopia from 1889 to 1913. He is remembered as one of the most significant rulers in Ethiopian history, and is credited with unifying the country and modernizing its infrastructure and military. Menelik, the Lion of Judah at the height of his internal and external prestige, the process of territorial expansion and creation of the modern empire state was completed by 1898. Menelik II's reign saw a period of economic prosperity, as well as social reforms such as granting rights to women and abolishing slavery. He also maintained strong diplomatic relations with European powers, while defending Ethiopia's sovereignty against their attempts to colonize it. He was born to King Sahle Selassie and Queen Wawaziri Ejigehu, and he rose to power after defeating a rebellion against his father's rule. During his reign, Menelik II expanded Ethiopia's borders and modernized the country through reforms such as introducing a new currency, creating a standing army, and establishing diplomatic relations with other nations. He is best known for modernizing Ethiopia and leading its military victory against Italy in 1896, which secured its independence. He is also credited with the expansion of Ethiopian borders, the modernization of its economy and government, as well as introducing social reforms such as improved healthcare and education. Menelik II had a successful reign that laid the foundations for modern-day Ethiopia. He also encouraged economic growth by encouraging trade with other countries and investing in infrastructure projects such as roads, railways, and telegraph lines. Menelik II's legacy remains strong today as he is remembered for his contributions to Ethiopia's development. Later in his reign, Menelik established the first cabinet of ministers to help in the administration of the empire, appointing trusted and widely respected nobles and retainers to the first ministries. These ministers would remain in place long after his death, serving in their posts through the brief reign of Lij Iyasu, whom they helped depose, and into the reign of Empress Udichu. For a period, Ethiopia lacked a permanent capital. Instead, the royal encampment served as a roving capital. For a time Menelik's camp was on Mount Entoto, but in 1886, while Menelik was on campaign in Harar, Empress Taytu Batul camped at a hot spring to the south of Mount Entoto. She decided to build a house there, and from 1887 this was her permanent base, which she named Addis Ababa, New Flower. Menelik's generals were all allocated land nearby to build their own houses, and in 1889 work began in a new royal palace. The city grew rapidly, and by 1910 the city had around 70,000 permanent inhabitants, with up to 50,000 more on a temporary basis. Only in 1917, after Menelik's death, was the city reached by the railway from Djibouti. He is remembered as one of the most influential and successful rulers in Ethiopian history.